when you look at the ways of doing outdoor ministry, there's a big element of it that's just fun. But if we leave it at that, we're really not doing anything. And it's one of the common questions people ask is, well, why do it in the first place? As we've looked through Scripture, we've seen plenty of examples of where things were done. Oftentimes when we look at Scripture, we forget the where. First, where is God reacting with the Israelite people? He pulled them out of Egypt as slaves and used the wilderness to show His providence and His care and His justice through the law, and changed them before they took hold of the promised land. King David was one who grew up out in the wilderness as a shepherd, and then as he grew up, the boy who would be king then had to run for his life against Saul, and in those moments he was transformed and became the guy that we all call a man after God's own heart. When we look at the prophets too, there's common experiences where God meets them in the wilderness to grant them rest, to give them marching orders, to give them safety. God uses this setting to transform them and make them stronger for their task at hand. The biggest example, and the one that we can imitate most closely, is Christ. Christ was engaged in a regular rhythm of retreat and engagement. Jerusalem was a bigger city. Galilee, maybe not so much, but it was still a busy place with a lot of things that could distract people. As He chose the 12 and groomed them and taught them for ministry, He regularly took them away out of the city, out of the distraction, to be closer with God, to understand what He was teaching, to grant them rest, to grant them places of transformation. The wilderness is a very powerful place. It's a place where people can be transformed quickly, where we can be still, where we can know a lot of things. We are part of creation, so being in creation helps us to understand all those things. As we seek to use the wilderness today in ministry, there's a lot of unique opportunities. It's a very, as I said, transformative place. It looks to drastically change people, and that's because it engages the aspects of spiritual disciplines in a very unique and precise way.
Some of the questions you might have about outdoor ministry, such as the why and the what for, there's still plenty of questions to ask. But the great thing is that's where your creativity can come in. Who you take with you, how you train them, where you go. These are all things that will add to your experience in ways that you just have control to go out and meet God. Go out expecting to meet God, and these experiences will be fantastic. There are some words of warning though. This is a fledgling field. We're still learning. We're still trying to figure out and explain ourselves as to why these things work. But we do know that there has to be safety. We have to be concerned about the environment, about our fellow brothers and sisters as we do this. As we show concern for them, we can be good stewards of the environment and of our resources by taking care and taking great pride in doing a job very well. The better we do this, the more people will be interested about it. The less questions we'll have to answer because it's become commonplace. We trust that God is working through the wilderness. But we also know that working in the wilderness is only half the equation. We have to come back to the city. We have to have leaders come back into the city and work on the problems that we find here every day. Because without that, it's just having fun. But with the desire to come back and do God's work, it makes the expectation of meeting God in the wilderness that much more important.